When you're starting a new program in this series on C code, there are a lot of steps involved. You have to make a lot of folders and files and things like that. And since we're not using any kind of newfangled software packages in this series, it behooves us to automate that process ourselves, is to write something that can help us automate the process of coming up with a new project, a new program. And so that's what this video is about. The first step that you take, as always, is you're going to open up the terminal. So go down to the terminal icon, double click on it, and up comes a terminal. And then you're going to do cd space desktop and then cd space C code to get into our working directory on where all our C code is going to be. The next thing we need to do is we need to have a template, an example, a template project to do that. And you could use hello as the template, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave hello as it is because I want to look back on it someday and see what it was. And so I'm going to make a whole new folder and a new file called template and template.c. The way to do that is to copy hello folder into template. You could do that with Finder, just double click it and cut and paste, or we're going to do it with commands. And so the way to do that is to say cp for copy, cp space -r space hello space template. And that copies, the R stands for recursive, and it copies the hello folder and all of its contents into a template folder. Then you can look and you can see that there's a template folder in your Finder, and you click on it, and inside of it is hello.c and hello, the contents of what was in hello. Then we cd into template in our terminal. We're going to go into the template terminal and we're going to do some things. First thing we need to do is get rid of the hello program, the executable. We don't need that. We just need a C file in there. And so the command for that is rm, remove. So rm space hello, and lo and behold, you can see on Finder that it just went away. That's kind of cool. And the next thing we need to do is we need to rename hello.c to be template.c, and the Mac command for that is move, mv. So you say mv space hello.c space template.c. And you can see in Finder that hello.c has been renamed to be template.c. Pretty cool. The next thing I want to do is I want to go into template.c, and so I double click on that and it comes up in Xcode, and I just want to get rid of the hello world statement. I want to just I deleted the hello world statement and then Command S to save it so that the template is truly just a blank empty C file. But you don't have to do that. You can just leave it in there. It's no big deal. The next thing you need to do is we need to write a command that will create a new project for it. Just like MV and CD and all these other commands, we're going to write our own command. It's a special kind of command called a shell script. Shell and terminal are synonyms in the computing world, and so it's a script that runs on your shell, on your terminal. And so in order to do that, we need to go back up one directory or folder, and so the way to do that is cd space ... and now we're in the C code directory again. And then we need to create a file that's going to store the commands of this new shell script that we're going to write. And so I'm going to call that, and I'm going to make an empty file, so I'm going to use the touch command, touch space, and then make project.sh. sh stands for shell. Then you want to open it up in Xcode. For some people, if you double click on it in Finder, Xcode will come up. It may not. So the next best thing to do is to go into Xcode in your applications, click on the Xcode icon, and then File, Open, and then open up Make Project.sh to get that file in the Xcode editor. And then you type out the following lines in this shell script. The first one is !! That's called the shebang sign when you do those two together. And then /bin /bash. You can see it right there. You don't need this line. It's unnecessary. This is really a sign of my age in that it used to be that you have to tell the shell what kind of shell language that you're going to use. It turns out there's a lot of languages, shell languages, CSH, Bash, TCSH, a zillion of them. Macs have their own, it's not their own, but they use ZSH or ZCSH, I can't remember which. None of that really matters. None of the languages, they have little differences that might make them useful for something else. I just wanted to let you know that there's a ton of different shell script languages, and that a lot of them, there's a lot of variation in them. I use Bash because Bash has been kind of the thing I've used since I was a young person. That's all that line says. It says use Bash as the language of this shell script. The next thing is I want to do a copy command, cp space recursive, then template, then to $1. What does that mean? We're going to find out what that means in a minute. When we run the shell script, we're going to see exactly what $1 means. And then we want to do a move command. We want to move $template.c to $1/1/$1.c. That's just renaming template.c to be something, and this $1 sign. So just make sure that you copy that down exactly, and then save it, edit. It's edited, so Command S and save it, and then you're ready for the next step. The next step is we go back to the terminal, and then we need one little weird command, which is chmod, C-H-M-O-D, which is change or modify the file. And then, so it's chmod space 700 space, and then the name of the file, makeproject.sh. That just makes it readable, writable, and executable by you. That's what that means. It's just an extra detail you got to do. And then we can actually just run it. And the way to run it, I'm going to make a new program. I'm going to call that new program. It's just a dummy file for now. I'm not really going to do anything with it. But all you have to do is go /makeproject.sh and space, and then the name of the thing you want. And I'm going to say new program, all one word, new program. When that happens, if you look in Finder, all of a sudden there's a new folder called new program, and you go into that folder and there's a new file, newprogram.c. New program, if you look back at the shell script, new program is the $1. So $1 is a placeholder. It says whatever you put after the name makeproject.sh, put whatever that was in the line that you called, put that into this shell script. So I just put new program in everywhere. So your cp-r template to a folder called new program, and then move in new program folder template.c to be new program.c, and it all works out fine. You don't need that new program folder. You can just go ahead and click it and move it to trash. It was just to show you how this script worked. But now we have a way. All we got to do is get into C code and do /makeproject.sh space, and then the name of the new project that we want to do, and it's just one command. It's pretty fancy. And you're ready to go for the next lesson.